Today I'm going to take you through a very incredible journey, and I start this journey by making a very simple but profound acknowledgement that we all need in a situation of perfect health, authentic health, happiness and wholeness. And we want to go well beyond the usual definition of health and to live a life of peace, purpose, and enjoy. So I'm introducing functional medicine. Functional medicine is something which restores balance and harmony between our key bioregulatory systems, the systems by which our bodies are always running, whether you are aware of them or not, whether you are conscious about it or not. And these are not the systems which are inadvertently divided by specialities or geographic locations of the body or diseases. Functional medicine also addresses the root cause of illness with the premise that it will heal the patient and not just treat the disease. And it does this with a very interesting interactive participation between the patient and the practitioner, and we will talk about that later. It also addresses how our genes interact with our environment, with our nutrition, with our lifestyles, and with our mental attitudes which create health and disease. Now, very captivating is the association of anti-aging and longevity medicine, or call it intelligent aging or conscious aging, with functional medicine because it enhances the objectives of functional medicine. And we are going to be talking about a lot of interesting things like nutrition and gut health, now which is something that we all know, but we have discovered many other aspects of gut health, which my colleague Sanjay will talk about in a little while. But as a nutritional nerd and a full-time foodie, I have to say that I really believe that truly food is medicine and medicine is food. But it will be foolish for me to believe that everything can be solved by food, but definitely we will go a very long way with nutrition changing the way you look at health. We will also be talking about how inflammation is the key area or the common thread between all illnesses. We will be talking about mitochondria, which are little factories, organelles in our body which really give us all our energy. We will be talking about very interesting subject of the genomics, epigenetics. And finally, and not the least, our psychospiritual self, which actually drives the whole program. Now, I can tell you that functional medicine, the contents of functional medicine are going to be explosive, and it may be possible that you are shocked and sometimes even, but ultimately enlightened to know that this is probably the only way to prevent disease and the ongoing battle in chronic disease.
I started learning functional medicine about 10 years ago, and I qualified myself in 16 different courses over the years. Just out of enthusiasm and out of self-pity that I did not want to radiate. When I started getting to 45, I realized that I was in the Lusa Prao of my life, and everything is slowing down. And I said, there's got to be something that cures you, which does not lead me to a hospital or to a doctor, with all due respect. I'm actually overwhelmed by the knowledge that I acquired. Functional medicine is actually about 10 years old, and my education is also about 10 years old in this whole area. I qualified myself into various areas of the gut and some other functional medicine areas, and I realized that it is so easy to get misled by what we are conditioned towards. We are conditioned, we fall sick, and we react towards that sickness, and we call up our doctor and we go there. Most of our go-to doctor is conditioned by our mind, which is actually the modern medicine system. The modern medicine system, which is the hospitals, the allopathic doctors, the homeopathic doctors, and all this, about 300-400 years old. What happened before that? How did we get well when we were thousands of years old? I mean, when we were, our ancestors, how did they get well? And then I realized that in the last 10 years, we realized that there was a lot of focus going on this gut thing. What is the gut? Any other? So, if any of us recognize most of the diseases, Dr. Alok has talked a lot about these diseases. 90% of these are linked to the gut. 90% of the disease are linked to the gut. Most of the common diseases that we see on the board, which I'm sure most of us associate with or have someone in the family who has these diseases, will associate with these diseases, and they are from the gut. What is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is something that we see the coral reefs in the Great Barrier Reef or anywhere else in the world. Set of microbiome or set of bacteria that goes around, algae or something like that. That's an ecosystem. A whole ecosystem exists within us actually. And this gut that exists within us is 42 feet long, starting from the gullet here and going up to the rectum. It's 42 feet long, it goes inside, and it is just now come into focus in the last 8 to 10 years. It's an actual living organism within us. And this gut contains more bacteria than our own body. So our own body has about 30 trillion cells, but the gut bacteria is about 100 trillion cells.